Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for our virtual open enrollment seminar. At this time, we will go over Anthem Employee Assistance Program benefits for plan year 2026. Before we get started, I would like to brief everyone on a couple of housekeeping items. All attendees are muted and will remain muted throughout the presentation. Should you have any questions, please type them in the chat box located on the right-hand side of the presentation screen. Kindly be informed that if you type a question in that chat box, everyone attending the session will see your question along with your name. We do encourage you, if you have a question that is sensitive or confidential, reach out to your county benefits division or your department's benefits ambassador. Lastly, today's seminar is being recorded. A copy of the recording, along with the slide deck, will be placed on the benefits open enrollment website. At this time, I will turn it over to our presenter, Erica Garibay.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I am here to present your Employee Assistance Program, which is brought to you by Anthem. So I just wanted to give you an overview of what the Employee Assistance Program is. We offer counseling, legal and financial consultations. We also have emotional well-being resources. And a lot of us are not just dealing with our children, but also our parents and our grandparents or our grandchildren. And so there are resources available through the EAP for any routine type of inquiry or support, or if there's ever a need during a crisis situation for you and your household members. We have a call center and a website that's available for you. At any time of the day or night, you can contact the EAP for support. A lot of the time, the EAP is identified or people are familiar with it because of the counseling component. But I wanted to definitely go into a little bit more with you today, just to show you, we are here for you and your household members to help balance between your home life and your work life. The counseling component includes an 8 counseling session per issue per year, and that is per employee and household members. So at any time of the year, if there is a situation where you need support, you can contact the EAP and receive services up to 8 counseling sessions. This would be per issue, meaning that if there's several issues going on at different times of the year, the EAP is a short-term solution. And so as long as the topic or issue does not repeat itself, you can contact the EAP as many times as you'd like. For any long-term solution, we do recommend that after completing the 8 free sessions through the EAP, you can contact us and we will refer you over to your behavioral health benefit. If you are with Anthem, it is very likely that you can continue that benefit through behavioral health with the same provider. If you have another type of medical plan or your household member doesn't have a medical plan, we will help you and guide you to the right place to get the support that you need. Again, this is a benefit that is at no cost to you or your household members. It is employer sponsored. So the eligibility is basically when you contact the EAP, you're asked what organization you're actually with, and County of San Diego is identified in the system, and you'll be able to access all of the different components or benefits of the EAP. The program is also private and confidential, and so we do not provide any personal information about the utilizers of the program. So if your household member calls in and they're dealing with a situation, or you're calling in, we will not provide that information to anyone. Now, these services are available for counseling, specifically in person, online, or via text. And so at any time that you want to call in, you can do so. Our services are available 24/7, or you can also go on our EAP website and connect with us through there. So as traditionally, the EAP counseling components were in an office, brick and mortar type of sessions. Today, what we have available are face-to-face video visits, as well as our traditional in-person. And as of probably about 2 years ago now, we have partnered with Talkspace, who also offers text messaging. On the EAP website, at any point, we do have a live chat session that is available to connect with our call center team. So there's different ways of connecting with us. We're here to support you. As I mentioned before, the EAP is available 24/7. And so the toll-free number to call is the toll-free number on your screen, 888-777-6665. You can speak to an EAP representative, provide them with the type of resource that you need. You will be asked a few questions just to ensure that we're giving you the support that is adequate for your situation. And then if it is a routine call, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and provide you a list of in-person providers within your local area, whether that be close to your home or close to your office, wherever you choose to have those providers or list of providers so you can schedule an appointment. We will also provide you with information in regards to your virtual care options. Currently, we do have Life Help Online, as well as Talkspace. And in the future, we actually will be adding more partners for those virtual cares. I think there's a message there. Oh, there was, so you can see in the chat, there is the direct link to the website as well. Thank you, Nidra. If you decide that calling into the EAP is just not for you and you'd like to access via the website, we do have a really nice website that we've worked on in the last few years to really just make it user friendly. And so what you see here on the screen is the homepage to the EAP website. If you go on here, you could have access to actually finding a counselor on this area that says get started. Here, find a counselor. There's also a tile on the upper left-hand side that guides you to an EAP orientation where you can see a little bit more details on your EAP benefit. You can explore different topics if you're interested in a specific topic, stress management, or maybe you're dealing with, teenage son or daughter issues at school. You could always click in here and actually search for a topic. once you search for the topic, it'll generate all of the different resources that are available on the website in one place. That would include articles, podcasts, different assessments that maybe are recommended for you or your household member. If you are familiar with the website, we recently made changes in June, so you can now see these tiles all in one place, right in front of you when you log in. If you click on the legal resources, it's really easy to actually access everything under legal resources that are available for you. And then you also have financial planning, and this is on the EAP website, there's different financial calculator is available there. There's also a will maker that's available on there. And then part of the financial component is the ID monitoring, and that link to register for ID monitoring is also on there. Once you register, you get a credit inquiry report once a month. And if you ever become a victim of identity theft, you can also access the unlimited telephone consultation, and it all explains it there on the tile. Work-life resources, and I'll go into a little bit more detail, but the tile for work-life resources, whether you're looking for childcare or any type of dependent care, you can see once you click on here, you'll find the resources for that. And there's actually a locator or search locator for your zip code entry. And then it will list all of the different resources in your area. We also have seminars. So on a monthly basis, we have a theme topic. And so you'll find on-demand seminars for each of the topics on the EAP website under the seminars tile. And then recently we added about 13, I think it is, different types of assessments that you can actually go in and take depending on what your situation is. Maybe just trying to just check in and see if you're in need of additional support. Another change that happened with the EAP homepage is the emotional well-being resources. This is the Learn to Live tool that we've been promoting for a little bit now. It's a really nice tool, and I'll go over that in a little bit. But this is where you would be able to access it. Years before, you had to scroll down on this page and find it under another area. So the updates for this year is that everything is really in front of you once you go in to the EAP website. Any questions so far?
Yes, Erica, there is one question regarding a code or a password to access the services online.
So thank you. We moved into a URL, so it's a direct URL. At the end of the presentation, I'll take a minute so you guys can actually take a picture. I also have a QR code now, so you don't need any type of password or company code to get in as we did in previous years. However, with that said, let me move into the next slide. When you go into the EAP website and you want to look into connect with a counselor, it does ask you to register. And this is more to personalize that experience. It helps because if you are going to be scheduling with a counselor via your direct connection without calling the call center, you will actually get a registration member number that you can share with the therapist that you're scheduling the appointment with. And that way That's what makes it at no cost. So you generate that number through registering on the EAP website. And then when you come on the next time, you automatically will just sign in with your personalized username and password. So to answer your question, to get into the website, you're not going to need anything. But once you're in the website, I would recommend that you create your username and password. So once you're in the website and you click on the telehealth option here, it gives you the option of Live Health Online and Talkspace. I personally like Talkspace. We've gotten a lot of really good feedback. You go into Talkspace and you actually, through this link of Visit Portal, you can schedule your appointment directly with their platform. So it's all just very easy access to scheduling through Talkspace. Life Health Online, when you click on here, it actually tells you to call the call center because we need a like coupon code is what they call it to get back into the platform and put that coupon code in. So there's no like direct access to Live Health Online. I also have from feedback, there's a lot more scheduling availability through Talkspace. And so they are also part of the Behavioral Health Network, which means that if you were to need additional therapy sessions, you can access Talkspace through your behavioral health benefit. And all you would really do is go into your profile, make that change under payment, and put your insurance information. If you don't have Anthem as your medical plan, you also have the option of paying out of pocket through Talkspace. And sometimes there's discounts or coupons that they promote. So I did want to put a plug-in for Talkspace. You also have the option of in-person, which you see here, and that's going to be on the, oh, I'm sorry. On Talkspace, you could either scan this QR code, and I'll give you a second to take a picture of that. That also guides you right into the Anthem Talkspace website or platform where you're able to schedule an appointment directly. And you'll see this is also Talkspace.com. Associate care is the URL that'll get you directly to where you want to be. It will ask you for a company code on Talkspace. They're in the process of eliminating that. So by the time you go on there, you may not need it, but just in case, I did put here EAP COSD as the Talkspace company code if needed. But like I said, they are working to eliminate that step. That way you go directly from the website into the link to the platform and you can schedule an appointment. When you go on the platform, you do go through a short assessment of about maybe 10 questions, and they'll do a match for a provider for you. And then you're able to schedule that appointment. So it's fairly easy to get scheduled. When you look on to the in-person option, you can actually go on Get Started under Search All Counselors, and you can put in your zip code, and it'll populate all of the local providers that are in the EAP network. They are vetted, and they will be available to take your they call it an MRN number here, which you would provide to the actual counselor that you're scheduling with. And then it's that simple. You start your appointments, and you have the 8 sessions available to you. So as I was mentioning earlier, this is the sign-in or the ability to register. If you are an Anthem medical member, you can also go through the Sydney member app. You go into find the counselor, and then it provides you with this member reference number. And like I said before, this is what the counselor, the provider, the therapist will need from you. Any questions before I move on?
No questions so far, Erica. We're good.
Okay, thank you. The other really nice tool is the emotional well-being resource tool, which we've partnered with Learn to Live. This is the section that I showed you earlier today down at the bottom of that homepage. You click on that and it actually guides you to the Learn to Live platform. You take an assessment of a couple of questions, and it gives you a recommendation to one of their modules. This is a self-guided digital cognitive behavioral therapy program. So it's self-paced journey to modify your behavior, learn about your behavior, why we do what we do, and how can we change that is the goal. So you start with a 5-minute assessment, and it makes a recommendation to any one of these modules, whether you're dealing with social anxiety, depression, stress, having any sleeping issues, substance use. They recently added panic, and they recently added resilience. So I do encourage you to try this out. It's a really nice way to just utilize this tool, whether you are utilizing it along with the counseling component or on its own. You also have the opportunity to engage with a master level coach who is available via text, email, or phone. This is a coach that is separate from your counseling component, and they will be helping you, supporting you through the self journey while you're participating in the Learn to Live program. So this is available not only to employees, but also household members of the age 13 plus. And like I said, you can go into the EAP website and just click on this tile, and you can go ahead and it'll guide you into the actual tool. All right. One of the components, like I mentioned, is the legal resources, and that is available through the EAP. This is a 30-minute no cost consultation, either in person or by telephone. We have a network of providers that are all over the country. And so if you are possibly dealing with a situation that's outside of California, we will connect you with an attorney that is in the state that you need to resolve the issue. The consultation is a 30-minute consultation. And so what I always recommend is that you go in with all the questions that you may have and take care of those during your 30-minute consultation. And then if you want to continue on with additional services, those are discounted at 25% on hourly fee or 10% of a flat fee service. So the example that I like to give is maybe there is a couple that is trying to figure out, I've been thinking about estate planning, maybe a will. I don't know about a trust. I need to learn more about this. I usually recommend to go in and actually talk to an attorney take the 30 minutes, talk about your information that you need, the questions that you have. And then if you decide to continue on with maybe preparing a trust, then those would be the discounted rates at that point. I think there's a question. Let me go ahead and take the question. Sorry.
Absolutely. The question is regarding the QR code. It's asking for how much someone would like to pay, and that
Okay.
EAP is not an option.
Did you go through the EAP website? I might have to look into the QR code a little bit more. If you go through the EAP website and go under Find a Counselor, go through the link. Let me see if I have this right here. Go through this. So you go home, connect with a counselor, and then it'll take you to this screen. And then go ahead and visit the portal under Talkspace. That should direct you through. Oh, she's already in there. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
excellent.
All right. In regards to financial resources, it works a little different than the legal resources. This is unlimited telephone access to our financial team. So any questions that you may have if you're dealing with maybe debt or budgeting questions, you can give us a call. We will offer the unlimited telephone support. This is also part of the ID monitoring and recovery. And so that is also available to you through ID Notify. So you would use the financial tile to go in and register to start getting those credit report inquiries. So credit inquiry reports, sorry. And that way you monitor your ID. And then what happens is if you ever become a victim of identity theft, at that point we will have a team of professionals that do identity recovery, and they will work with you for as long as we need to provide that support. And they offer 30-minute consultations to be able to help restore any type of situation that you're dealing with. So that's the ID monitoring and recovery. Okay.
Erica, can we go back real quick to
Yes.
the ability to access Talkspace? The individual has input
Let
the
me.
information for the questionnaire,
I'm
and
gonna
there's
go into the EAP website really quick, if that's okay. So you would go here and you would say yes to this. And then you'd get started. So it should be, this is going to take you into the questions, which I think that's where you are at. Okay. So let me, after the call, if it's okay, I can connect with Nidra and provide you a little bit more feedback in regards to that section that you're talking about, if that's okay.
That'd be great, Erica. Thank you.
Okay, thank
And
you.
Joy, I'm going to send you an email so you and I will be in direct contact as well for once I get the information from Erica.
Okay, great. The other component of the EAP is the work life component. And like I mentioned before, we do have on the EAP website some locator information that you can pull up through your zip code. You can identify daycare centers or summer camps, or maybe you're trying to support a loved one that is needing assisted living facilities. Or the other area is our daily living resources. So whether you're in need of maybe some housing, you're moving into the area, or you're moving out of the area, going away for the weekend, don't know where to leave your pet. Those are all part of our daily living resources, and we do have resources available for you. If you call into the call center, there's going to be a team that will be able to assist you. You can call them and let them know what your situation is and the resources that you need. And within 48 hours, they will pull up all of the resources that are available and send you an email with a list of those in the local area. So that is something that is available. It is definitely one of those areas that are underutilized just because I think people don't know about it. So if you're ever in need of any of the work-life resources, whether it be dealing with dependent care or any of the daily living needs, let us know, give us a call, look at the EAP website for more information or resources. I mentioned a little bit about the EAP website at the beginning of the presentation. This is what you're looking for on the EAP website. This actually is the live chat button. If you click on here, it will take you to an EAP representative at any time. Our team is available, like I said, 24/7. We also have News for You, which offers new information on a monthly basis to different topics. There's articles, there's the assessments that I talked about, and there's also those monthly theme on demand seminars. We've included some new podcasts and videos, and if there's ever a need during a critical event, whether we're dealing in California with fires or earthquake, you can definitely go on the EAP website. There's information and support. Sometimes we just are dealing with what we're dealing with, and we don't even know how to express it to our loved ones, our little ones. And so there's some information on there as well for that. This is the contact information for the EAP. As you can see, the toll-free number is on here, the 888-777-6665. Or you can visit that direct URL that I talked about earlier today. And then here's also a QR code if you want to take a picture of this. Our team, like I said, is here to support you, whether it's a routine access to service need, or if it ever becomes a crisis, we will be able to assist you. We have a team of clinicians that are available 24/7 to support you. Any questions?
So far, we're good, Erica.
All right, I think that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for joining. And if there are any questions, please contact your benefits team, and they will definitely get a hold of me to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Erica. I would like to share with the team that I did place in the chat a link to the Benefits Division's email address, along with a link to the list of benefits ambassadors throughout the County of San Diego that can assist you with not just your EAP inquiries, but for open enrollment, which is coming up. And I believe if you do have any questions, again, it's your benefits ambassadors in the Benefits Division. And Erica, I certainly want to take this time to thank you for making time to present this detailed information. for us and our team here at the county. We greatly appreciate your time. And I think this will conclude the seminar. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good day.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Great. Okay.